the lottery 8 times. Save this video and come back and watch it every day and watch how your prosperity rises. If you're not already, give me a follow. Click the share button, share this with other people that need this wisdom, and click on the link in my bio to dig deep. And it goes like this. It is done. I have the money now. It's already mine. I see it in my bank account. I love checking it. I love spending it. I love saving it. And I love investing it. It is done. The money is mine now. I am wealthy. I am healthy. And I am wise. It is done. Money flows to me in waves of abundance. It is done. I am standing in a river of wealth. All wealth flows to me now. It is done. It is done. It is done. I feel it in my hands. I see it in my home. I hear it in every paid in full. It is done. The universe has already delivered. Every bill is paid with ease. Every desire is funded with joy. And every dream is fully financed. It is done. It is done. It is done. I am a magnet for prosperity. I am a channel for abundance. I am proof that wealth is my birthright. It is done. It is done. It is done. This comes from Neville Goddard, and these are the 3 words he used to manifest winning the lottery 8 times. Save this video.
I listened to this on repeat. I'm now a multi-millionaire. It was from Neville Goddard. And it's the 3 words that he used to win the lottery literally 8 times. It goes like this. It is done. I have the money now. It's in my bank account. I love looking at it. I love spending it. I love saving it. I love investing it. It is done. I have the money now. It is done. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am wise. It is done. Money flows to me in avalanches of abundance. It is done. I am in a swelled river of wealth. All wealth is flowing to me now. It is done. It is done. It is done. I listened to this on repeat.
I keep receiving unexpected money. Money shows up in surprising and delightful ways. I am always open to receive financial blessings. The universe constantly surprises me with abundance. I am a magnet for unexpected wealth. Unexpected money flows to me now. I trust money to find its way to me. I welcome abundance from every direction. Prosperity appears when I least expect it. My energy attracts surprise income. I allow wealth to come to me easily. I am worthy of receiving unexpected money. I receive financial gifts with gratitude. Unexpected checks and deposits find me. I attract money while I rest. The universe supports my financial success. I deserve to receive money effortlessly. I am open to miracles of money. I keep receiving.
You see, the quantum field, the unified field of all possibilities, doesn't respond to what we want. It responds to who we are being. If I am wanting, longing, chasing something, I am reinforcing to the quantum field that I lack it. I am broadcasting a signal of separation rather than connection. But when I become silent, when I go inward and truly embody the state of already having the thing I desire, I am aligning myself with the reality where that future already exists. And this is not just some mystical concept. This is neuroscience. This is quantum physics. Let's break it down. In order to access the quantum field, I must enter the realm of nobody, no one, no thing, nowhere, no time. That means I must go beyond my identity, beyond my ego, beyond my environment. I must enter the present moment completely. And silence is the doorway. Most people are caught in the noise of their external world. Their 5 senses tell them that their current reality is their only reality. But if I define my reality by what I perceive, I am enslaved by the past because everything I experience through my senses has already happened. So what do? I withdraw my attention from the external world. I close my eyes, I slow my breath, I become nobody, nowhere in no time. And in that deep silence, I step into pure consciousness. This is the place where all possibilities exist. This is the quantum field. Now, why is acting as if so powerful? Because my brain and body do not know the difference between a real experience and a vividly imagined one. If I can teach my body emotionally what my future feels like before it happens, I am literally conditioning my biology into that new state of being. And when I sustain that state of being, I am no longer waiting for something outside of me to change in order to feel joy, love, abundance. I have already become the thing I seek. And here's the secret. When I no longer feel like I need it, when I no longer feel separate from it, that is the moment it finds me. Most people live in a linear model of reality. They think if I work hard enough, if I put in enough time, then maybe in 5 years I'll achieve my goal. But the quantum model of reality is different. The moment I become energetically aligned with the future I desire, I collapse time. That future is drawn to me because I'm the vibrational match to it. Think of it like a radio station. If I want to listen to 95.7 FM, I don't keep my dial on 88.3 FM and hope it changes. I must tune myself to the frequency of the station I want to receive. And the way I tune in, I feel as if I already have it. I walk as if it's already done. I wake up with gratitude as if my future is happening now. Here's the paradox. The more I chase, the more I push it away. The more I try to control, the more I signal to the field that I am separate from my desire. But when I enter the deep silence of the quantum field, when I surrender, when I let go of the how and when, I allow the infinite intelligence of the field to orchestrate my life in ways my limited mind could never conceive. I stop analyzing, I stop second guessing, I stop needing, and instead I trust. And when I trust, when I fully let go, I make space for the unknown to find me, and that's when the miracles begin. So the next time you desire something, don't ask when is it coming, don't chase it, don't beg for it. Instead, become silent, go inward, be the future self that already has it. You see, when we have a vision, a deep, heartfelt desire, something that we know we are destined to manifest, the worst thing we can do is dilute its energy by speaking about it prematurely. Most people don't understand the mechanics of creation. They share their visions with others, friends, family, colleagues, seeking validation, approval, or reassurance. But the moment they do that, they leak energy. They dissipate the very power that is meant to birth that vision into reality. Why? Because manifestation is a delicate internal process that requires a coherent energy field. It requires an unshakable knowing within you, independent of outside influences. Let's break this down scientifically, energetically, and practically. Your attention is like a laser beam. Wherever you direct it, you are feeding that thing with your energy. Imagine you have a flashlight in a dark room. Whatever you shine the beam on becomes illuminated. It becomes real to you. Now think of your thoughts as that flashlight. If you constantly think about problems, limitations, fears, or doubts, you are shining your light on them, making them more real in your personal reality. But if you shift your attention to possibilities, abundance, joy, and your future vision, you begin feeding that reality with energy instead. Where is your flashlight pointed? Your brain is a pattern recognition machine. It constantly filters out unnecessary information and highlights what aligns with your dominant focus. Think about when you buy a new car. Before you owned it, you rarely noticed that model on the road, but now you see it everywhere. Why? Because your attention has tuned your brain to recognize it. This is called the reticular activating system, a network in your brain stem that acts like a filter, letting in only what aligns with your focus. Now let's apply this to manifestation. If your attention is constantly on lack, your brain finds more evidence of lack. If your attention is on opportunities, your brain finds more opportunities. If your attention is on gratitude, your brain finds more to be grateful for. This is why energy follows attention. Your reality is shaped by what you repeatedly focus on. In quantum physics, there is something called the observer effect. Scientists have found that subatomic particles exist in a state of pure potential, waves of probability, until they are observed. The moment attention is placed on them, they collapse into physical form. What does this mean? It means your attention literally influences reality At a fundamental level, when you focus on your vision with full emotional intent and certainty, you are interacting with the quantum field and pulling that potential into form. But if you split your focus, one day believing, the next day doubting, you are sending mixed signals to the field, and your manifestation remains in a wave state, never fully materializing. You must lock your attention onto your future as if it is already done. Most people fail to manifest what they desire because their attention is fragmented. They say they want success, but they constantly focus on their fears of failure. They say they want love, but they keep replaying memories of heartbreak. They say they want abundance, but they are always checking their empty bank account. This is divided attention, and it is the reason why most people stay in the same cycles. The quantum field doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you consistently focus on with feeling. Every moment, ask yourself, am I focusing on lack or abundance, fear or faith, the past or the future? Awareness is the first step to shifting your attention. Commit to a vision. Choose a clear, elevated vision of your future and make it the dominant focus of your mind. Think about it, feel it, embody it daily. Stop giving energy to what you don't want, and remove your focus from negativity, complaining, and low energy conversations. Stop talking about problems and start feeding solutions. Meditation helps you withdraw your attention from the external world and place it on your inner reality. The more you do this, the more you condition your brain to believe in the unseen. When you focus on your vision, feel the emotions of already having it. Your emotions are the charge that amplifies your focus into creation. Every time you think about your vision with clarity and certainty, you are wiring new neural circuits in your brain. You are literally restructuring your biology to align with that future. But here's the thing. In the early stages of creation, those neural circuits are fragile. They are like seedlings in a garden, not yet strong enough to withstand the storms of external opinions. If you expose them too soon, they can be uprooted. When you speak about your desires, you activate the analytical mind. Now, instead of being in a state of pure potential, you shift into logic, reason, and external validation. You begin to analyze, how will this happen? What if I fail? What will people think? And the more you analyze, the more you move out of creation and into doubt. This is why in ancient traditions, mystics, sages, and initiates were taught the power of silence. Because silence preserves energy. Silence keeps the mind in a state of expansion. The quantum field is a field of pure potential. It contains every possible reality. There is already a version of you that is healthy, wealthy, in love, abundant, and limitless. That version of you already exists. You see, when you want something, you are reinforcing to the field that you don't have it. The signal you are broadcasting is, I am lacking. I am separate from my desire. But when you become the person who already has it, when you think, feel, and act as if it's already yours, you collapse the distance between you and that reality. You are no longer hoping, you are embodying. And the quantum field responds to that beingness by reorganizing reality around you. Neuroscience tells us that your brain and body don't know the difference between a real experience and a vividly imagined one. If you sit in deep meditation and feel the joy, gratitude, and abundance of already having what you desire, your body starts producing the same chemical signals as if it were happening now. Your brain fires new neural pathways. Your body releases feel-good chemicals like dopamine and oxytocin. And your heart and mind come into coherence. And when this happens, you are literally reconditioning your biology to match that future reality. You are no longer waiting for something outside of you to change in order to feel differently. You are being it now. And when you sustain that state of being, the external world has no choice but to reorganize to reflect it. Here's where most people go wrong. They spend all their time talking about what they want instead of being the person who already has it. Why is this a problem? Because when you talk about it, you are often seeking validation, approval, or reassurance. That means you are coming from a place of uncertainty. Think about it. Do you constantly tell people, I am a human being? No, because you know, when you truly know something is yours, you don't feel the need to announce it. You simply live it. A confident person doesn't go around telling everyone they are confident. They just are. A wealthy person doesn't constantly talk about becoming rich. They embody abundance in their actions and mindset. A person in love doesn't need to convince others. They radiate it. Talking about something too much often signals to the quantum field that you don't fully believe it yet. So instead of speaking it into existence, you must become it into existence. How to become the version of you that already has what you desire. Close your eyes and imagine yourself in the future where your desire is already fulfilled. Feel it deeply. What does your body feel like? What do your surroundings look like? How do people respond to you? The more real you can make this, the more your body believes it. The key is to feel the gratitude, love, joy, or abundance as if it's already happening. Emotions are the energetic charge that magnetizes your future to you. If you were already abundant, how would you act? If you were already in love, how would you show up in the world? If you were already successful, how would you carry yourself? Move in silence and let your energy do the talking. When you feel the urge to prove or explain, remind yourself, I don't need to convince anyone. I already am. There is an undeniable advantage to moving in silence. When you don't reveal your plans, you don't give people the opportunity to project their limitations onto you. You don't allow their fears, their conditioning, their subconscious programming to infiltrate your field. You maintain control over your state of mind. You stay in a flow state where you are aligned with your vision, free from external noise. And then when your manifestation materializes, when your results speak for themselves, that's when people notice. Because true power doesn't announce itself, it simply is. The highest level of manifestation is not about talking your vision into existence. It's about being the vision before it happens. So here's my challenge to you. Instead of telling people what you're going to do, silently become the person who has already done it. Instead of seeking validation, validate yourself. Instead of looking for reassurance, live in the knowing that your future is already real. And when you do this, when you truly embody your vision, you won't need to say a word because the universe will say it for you. Now that you understand the deep, powerful principles of manifestation, how energy flows where attention goes, and how the quantum field responds to who you are, not just what you say, it's time to take this knowledge and make it real in your life. Remember, you are not a passive observer in your own story. You are the creator. The energy you radiate, the thoughts you think, the emotions you feel, all of these are shaping your reality in ways you may not even fully understand yet. But they are working, always working, to bring you closer to the life you dream of. The key is in becoming the person who has already realized that dream. It's in aligning your inner world with your outer reality before the world even reflects it back to you. You don't need to beg the universe for what you want. You don't need to wait for some future moment to feel joy, abundance, or success. You have the power right now to embody the feelings of your future self and draw that reality to you. And when you become that person, when you live from that state of knowing, it's only a matter of time before the universe aligns everything to match your energy. So I want you to leave here with this. You are the creator of your life. No dream is too big, no vision too bold. The moment you stop waiting for the outside world to change and start changing your inner world, everything will begin to shift around you. You are worthy of the life you desire. You are capable of manifesting more than you ever thought possible. And the journey starts now with the power of your mind. You see, the quantum field, the unified field of all possibilities, doesn't respond to what we want. It responds to who we are being. If I am wanting, longing, chasing something, I am reinforcing to the quantum field that I lack it. I am broadcasting a signal of separation rather than connection. But when I become silent, when I go inward and truly embody the state of already having the thing I desire, I am aligning myself with the reality where that future already exists. And this is not just some mystical concept. This is neuroscience. This is quantum physics. Let's break it down. In order to access the quantum field, I must enter the realm of nobody, no one, no thing, nowhere, no time. That means I must go beyond my identity, beyond my ego, beyond my environment. I must enter the present moment completely. And silence is the doorway. This is the best Joe Dispenza meditation to start with if you want to get into it, but you don't know where to start. I promise I will start talking about how to train like an athlete again soon, but this is also connected. And you know what? Screw that. I actually don't apologize for this. I'm going to keep talking about Joe Dispenza and the spiritual side of training like an athlete. But if you want to start doing the Joe Dispenza stuff, honestly, I don't think there's like one meditation in particular that is going to be better than the others. I just made a video about how I go about choosing the meditation that I personally do. So go check that out if you want some inspiration there. But one thing that I didn't mention in that video that I do want to say here is either read his book first and follow the meditations in his book. I recommend Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself or Becoming Supernatural. Those are my two favorites. And the reason I recommend reading the book is because you get the understanding of why you're doing what you're doing in the meditations. Because like his meditations are fucking weird. They're not like, you have to understand why he's saying what he's saying and how to go about understanding, like when you're picturing the space between the space, or when you are becoming no one, no thing, nobody, nowhere, no time. Like there's some context I think that's really important here for you to fully like lean into the meditations. So all of that to say too, most of his meditations are completely free on YouTube, probably all of them honestly. But if you do buy them from his website, each meditation comes with an introduction to the meditation and why it works and why you're doing it. And I actually think that context is crucial. For example, I use a Changing Boxes meditation on YouTube. I have not bought that one, but I have read his blog articles about why Changing Boxes meditation works. And to me, that context is absolutely critical in understanding why the actual fuck I'm doing what I'm doing in these meditations, because they are obscure and like not sugarcoating it. So if you don't know where to start, I recommend starting with the book and following that order there. Otherwise, go ahead and find a meditation that you understand the explanation behind. Like go buy one off of his website. I think the really, really popular ones are Blessing of the Energy Centers and Tuning into New Potentials. I'm like pretty sure those are the main ones that people do, but don't quote me on that. And read an explanation. See if he's written a blog article on it. See if you can find somebody explaining what the reason behind the meditation is, and it will be able to like digest in your body.
When I tell you after this prayer, I got my new car, y'all, it's this prayer right here. Prayer to destroy monitoring spirits and spiritual surveillance. So many people came out of my life and I got my blessings. You never know who could be stopping you from your blessings. That man, your mother, your own family could be stopping you from your blessings. It says right here, by the authority of Jesus Christ, I cancel, rebuke, and bind every spiritual spy, every demonic watcher, every familiar spirit that has been assigned to track my progress, delay my breakthrough, and report my movements to the kingdom of darkness. Every spirit of limitation, oppression, and hindrance is cast out of my life right now. It says right here, Lord, driving them away, may their path be dark and slippery with the angel of the Lord pursuing them. Father, let every monitoring spirit assigned to my life be confused, destroyed, and cast into the abyss. I decree spiritual blindness over them. They will no longer see me, track me, or have access to my life. From this moment forward, I walk under divine covering. My movements are hidden in Christ, and the enemy has no access to me. I am victorious, untraceable, and completely protected under the blood of Jesus. In Jesus' mighty name, I pray. Amen. When I say everybody needs to get this book, Covered and Armed, a prayer guide.
So I learned about this thing called the Oath of Manifestation from a guy named Peter Sage. It's all over the internet. If you look it up, the Oath of Manifestation, you can find it. So it's public knowledge. But I want to share this. Listen to it, repeat it for 30 days, and watch your life change. I accept and receive unexpected good, unexpected money, unexpected love, unexpected kindness, unexpected generosity, unexpected offers, unexpected prosperity, coming in unexpected ways from unexpected places in my life and the life of others. I am constantly guided and boldly empowered to receive the lavish abundance of the universe. I accept the principle that abundance and prosperity have already been given to me. My acceptance makes it real and opens the space for manifestations to rush in. I open wide the doors of my consciousness to receive and to give. It is done now. Through this oath of manifestation, all things are possible. I declare absolutely that I live in a friendly universe that is always providing for me. I feel it powerfully happening now. I open to receive more abundance and to give more abundance than I have ever experienced before. I can afford anything I desire. In fact, I'm so prosperous, I need never worry again. I'm grateful for all that I already have, and I'm grateful for all that I am ready to give. I keep myself lifted in high consciousness no matter what the appearances are. And so it is. I'm telling you, 30 days, want your life changed. Have the best day. Mwah.
Money comes to me easily. Money comes to me fast. Money loves my company. When money comes, it lasts. Peace comes to me easily. Peace comes to me fast. Peace loves my company. When peace comes, it lasts. Joy comes to me easily. Joy comes to me fast. Joy loves my company. When joy comes, it lasts. Love comes to me easily. Love comes to me fast. Love loves my company. When love comes, it lasts. Money comes to me easily. Money comes to me fast. Money loves my company. When money comes, it lasts. Peace comes to me easily. Peace comes to me fast. Peace loves my company. When peace comes, it lasts. Joy comes to me easily. Joy comes to me fast. Joy loves my company. When joy comes, it lasts. Love comes to me easily. Love comes to me fast. Love loves my company. When love comes, it lasts. Money comes to me easily. Money comes to me fast. Money loves my company. When money comes, it lasts. Peace comes to me easily. Peace comes to me fast. Peace loves my company. When peace comes, it lasts. Joy comes to me easily. Joy comes to me fast. Joy loves my company. When joy comes, it lasts. Love comes to me easily. Love comes to me fast. Love loves my company. When love comes, it lasts. Money comes to me easily. Money comes to me fast. Money loves my company. When money comes, it lasts. Peace comes to me easily. Peace comes to me fast. Peace loves my company. When peace comes, it lasts. Joy comes to me easily. Joy comes to me fast. Joy loves my company. When joy comes, it lasts. Love comes to me easily. Love comes to me fast. Love loves my company. When love comes, it lasts. Money comes to me easily. Money comes to me fast. Money loves my company. When money comes, it lasts. Peace comes to me easily. Peace comes to me fast. Peace loves my company. When peace comes, it lasts. Joy comes to me easily. Joy comes to me fast. Joy loves my company. When joy comes, it lasts. Love comes to me easily. Love comes to me fast. Love loves my company. When love comes, it lasts. Money comes to me easily. Money comes to me.
You're going to be giving up your need to justify your existence through hard work. And you're going to replace it with the intelligence that creates worlds. You're going to be giving up your concern about how anyone else views you, because they don't have time to focus upon you specifically enough to get the real picture anyway.
You get to choose what you believe. You get to choose what you make true. You get to choose what you make true. You are already choosing what you make true. And so, because you create your own reality, and because you have an inner being who is so...
Not everything takes a...
So I just want you to realize, you get to choose what you believe. You get to choose what you make true. You get to choose what you make true. You are already choosing what you make true. And so, because you create your own reality, and because you have an inner being who is so, beneficial to you and so aware of who you are and so rooting for you to have the things that this life has shown you that you want, you have a tremendous advantage, because this is a really important thing to get hold of. One who's connected to this stream of who you really are. One who's in vibrational sync, in alignment with the energy of your source, that ever-expanding energy, expanding because of the choices that you are making. One who is in alignment with that is more powerful than millions who are not. There is no comparison between the point of attraction that your inner being holds and is, and that of most humans, because your inner being does not split energy. Your inner being doesn't say, well, they want this, but they think about that. Your inner being simply says, they want this, and therefore it is. Therefore it is. So when we say to you, ask and it is given, we're not kidding even a little bit. When your life causes you to ask, there is a vibrational response to that asking that is immediate and magnificent. You just gotta find a way of tuning to the frequency of that. You get to choose what you believe. You get to choose what you make true. You get to choose what you make true. You are already choosing what you make true. And so, because you create your own reality, and because you have an inner being who is so, beneficial to you and so aware of who you are, and so rooting for you to have the things that this life has shown you that you want, you have a tremendous advantage, because this is a really important thing to get hold of. One who's connected to this stream of who you really are. One who's in vibrational sync, in alignment with the energy of your source, that ever-expanding energy, expanding because of the choices that you are making. One who is in alignment with that is more powerful than millions who are not. There is no comparison between the point of attraction that your inner being holds and is, and that of most humans, because your inner being does not split energy. Your inner being doesn't say, well, they want this, but they think about that. Your inner being simply says, they want this, and therefore it is. Therefore it is. So when we say to you, ask and it is given, we're not kidding even a little bit. When your life causes you to ask, there is a vibrational response to that asking that is immediate and magnificent. You just gotta find a way of tuning to the frequency of that. You get...
So I just want you to relax and close your eyes. And I want you to think about what it is you want to create. You see it as already accomplished. It's already done. You see it in detail. So now we're going into the future and see what the results are. So I want you to see yourself at the bottom of a long, tall staircase. Has big, wide marble steps. Walk up the steps toward the top level. We're walking up the steps of the big, wide marble staircase. And we come to a platform at the top of the steps. At the top of the platform, there are 3 doors. There's numbers on these doors. The one to your left has a 1 on it. This means 1 year into the future. The door directly in front of you has a 3 on it, which means 3 years into the future. The one to the right has a 5 on it, 5 years into the future. Choose the door you want to open. Open that door. As you open the door, you'll see a dense fog in front of you. I want you to move through that fog. As you walk through the fog, it will begin to dissipate and fade until you're able to come out on the other side of the fog. Look around you and see where you are. This will be your surroundings in the year that you picked. Where are you? What does it look like? Trust it. See it in detail. Now see yourself doing whatever it is you will be doing at that time. What is your job? What is your occupation? See yourself doing it. Now, switch scenes and see where you are living. What kind of a place does that look like? Where are you living? See it in detail. Is anyone living there with you? If there are, see them and you'll recognize them. Now leave that scene and we're going to move forward to an important day in this future time. An important day when something is happening that you consider to be important. We're there now. What's happening? What do you see? All right. Now we can leave that scene and bring your focus back into this room, remembering what you have seen.
Not everything takes a month. Not everything takes a year to grow. Some things come up overnight. And you can plant it now, this very moment, by daring to believe that you are what at the moment reason denies and your senses deny. I'm actually feeling, given the tones of reality. And then drop it. You don't pick it up tomorrow morning to see if it's growing. You accept it. And in its own good time, it comes to fruition in your world.
If you broadcast what you desire and what you want on the right frequency band, in the right way, it will vibrate molecules in the physical universe and change the attraction of these molecules so that what you want starts to physically materialize. And the way it physically materializes is the universe creates circumstances, conditions, situations, events, and people that will all go together miraculously so that what you want happens and what you desire to attain actually materializes. So it's spooky.
You attract by virtue of how you feel. So worth contemplating. How happy am I? How happy can I be? How good can I feel? What's the best feeling thought that I can find right now? What's working in my life? What's working out? What do I remember that felt good? What's happening right now that feels good? How general do I need to be? You can always find something to feel good about. And when you do, and when you make that your habit, then the actualization of it, the realization of it, the manifestation of it is so pronounced in your experience that people will be flocking to you and saying, what is your secret? And you'll say, I'm happy. And they'll say, I know that, I can see that. That's why I'm asking you what your secret is. And you'll say, no, I was happy before I was happy.
And they'll say, well, that doesn't make any sense at all. And you'll say, well, I purged unhappy thoughts from my experience by focusing on happy thoughts.
Rest and watch as the impossible bends in your favor. Your only responsibility is to hold the vision of a life redeemed, restored, and overflowing with blessings. There is nothing more to do, nothing more to fight against. Stand still and know that God is working. The pieces of your life are falling into place with precision beyond your comprehension. You do not need to chase, to beg, or to plead. You are already chosen. You are already written into the story of victory. It is already done. Rest now and watch how God moves in your life. God moves in ways beyond human comprehension, beyond the logic of the mind, beyond the limits of what your eyes can see. You may believe your story is set, that your circumstances define you, but in the realm of the divine, nothing is fixed. The moment you let go of resistance, the moment you surrender the struggle and trust, the unseen hand of God begins to weave something new. You are not abandoned, nor are you forgotten. You are not the forlorn abused. You are being shaped, refined, and prepared for something greater than you have imagined. Right now, you may feel surrounded by challenges, but those challenges are not permanent, they are stepping stones. What seems like a dead end is merely a transition into a greater unfolding. The problem is not the situation itself, but the perception of it. You have been conditioned to believe in limitations, to accept lack, to expect struggle. But those are not divine truths, they are illusions created by the world. In the mind of God, your story has already been written in victory. The struggle is only there to awaken you, to teach you to turn inward, to trust in the unseen power that governs all things. Rest now, cease the endless striving, the anxious wondering, the need to control every detail. The moment you step back, God steps in. The moment you release fear, divine favor rushes in to fill the space. You are not waiting on God. God is waiting on you to align with the truth that everything is already working for your good. The delays, the disappointments, the closed doors, they were never punishments. They were divine redirections, gentle whispers from the universe guiding you towards something better. What you once called rejection was actually protection. What you thought was loss was preparation for increase. The mind cannot grasp the magnitude of God's work because it is conditioned by time, by logic, by past experiences. But God does not operate within those limits. The path may look unclear to you, but to the divine, every detail has already been arranged. Every connection, every opportunity, every breakthrough is already in motion. You do not need to figure out how, you only need to believe. When you believe without resistance, when you trust without questioning, the unseen becomes seen. That which was delayed suddenly appears. That which seemed impossible suddenly materializes. Your faith is the bridge between where you are and where you desire to be. Faith is not hoping, it is knowing. It is standing firm in the unseen, fully convinced that what you seek is already yours. This is not wishful thinking, nor is it blind optimism. It is spiritual law. It is the way the universe was designed to function. What you hold in consciousness must reflect in your world. What you dwell upon with certainty must be drawn into form. Do not allow circumstances to dictate your belief. Do not allow the external world to shake your inner knowing. God is not limited by appearances, and neither are you. The situation you are in now is nothing compared to the power working behind the scenes. Everything you have prayed for, every desire placed in your heart, is already being fulfilled in ways you cannot yet see. The movement of God is often subtle at first, almost imperceptible, like a seed germinating beneath the soil. But in the divine order, nothing is wasted, nothing is stagnant. There is constant movement, constant unfolding, and when the time is right, the results will burst forth into reality in ways that will leave you in awe. Release the timeline. Let go of the need to know when, how, or through whom your blessing will arrive. These are not your concerns. Your only task is to hold the vision, to align your mind with what is already true in the divine realm. See yourself as already blessed. Walk as if the doors are already open. Speak as though your testimony is already written. The moment you assume this posture, reality bends to accommodate it. God is working in your life right now. Even in moments of silence, even when it seems like nothing is changing, there is movement. The foundation is being laid. The pieces are being positioned. You do not need to strive, to force, to make things happen. Your role is to trust, to align, to expect. The mind wants proof before belief, but the Spirit knows that belief is the proof. When you believe, you open the floodgates for divine favor. When you rest in the certainty of God's promises, everything shifts in your favor. You are not bound by what has been. The past has no power unless you give it permission to shape your present. Release the old story. Release the weight of past failures, past disappointments, past wounds. They do not belong in your future. They were part of the journey, but not part of the destination. Every setback was a setup. Every hardship was a lesson. But now it is time to step into the new, to embrace the reality that God has already made a way where there seemed to be none. Your life is not unfolding by accident. Every detail, every event, every person who enters and exits your life is part of a grand design. Nothing is happening to you, it is happening for you. Even in your waiting season, there is purpose. Even in moments of uncertainty, there is divine order. Trust that God is working even when you do not see it, even when you do not understand it. The most powerful transformations happen in the unseen. Seeds grow in darkness before they break through the soil. Miracles manifest in silence before they are announced to the world. There is nothing missing in your life. Everything you need is already within you, waiting for recognition. The shift does not happen outside of you, it happens within. When you recognize yourself as already chosen, already blessed, already in possession of what you seek, the world must conform to that truth. This is the divine law. It does not fail, it does not falter. It is as sure as the rising sun, as certain as the beating of your heart. You were not created to struggle, to beg, to chase after what is already yours. You were created to embody, to receive, to walk in the fullness of divine provision. There is no lack in God, no shortage in the realm of the unseen. The only thing that can block the flow of abundance is doubt, fear, and attachment to the old. But the moment you let go, the moment you decide to rest in trust, the floodgates open. Your story is being rewritten in this very moment. What was meant to harm you is turning for your good. What seemed like a delay is setting you up for acceleration. What felt like a loss is making room for overflow. Do not fear, do not worry, do not try to force what is already yours. Just rest, just trust, just allow the divine to work as it always does, effortlessly, perfectly, and in ways beyond what you could ever imagine. Rest. Something is about to happen in your life that you cannot yet see. There is a shift in the atmosphere, a divine realignment that will place you exactly where you are meant to be. You have prayed, you have waited, and you have wondered if God has heard you. But I am here to tell you, something greater is unfolding. You may not feel it yet, but the heavens have already declared it. Everything that has been holding you back is about to break. Chains are about to fall. Doors that were locked shut will suddenly swing open. What you lost will be restored. What was delayed will now accelerate. The enemy thought he had you trapped, but he did not know that God had a plan all along. You must listen closely, because what I am about to share with you is a revelation that will change everything. There are moments in life when you can sense that things cannot stay the same. You can feel the weight of transition pressing upon your spirit, and you know deep down that something must shift. You may have been struggling, questioning, wondering why you have faced so many setbacks. But the Spirit of the Lord is saying to you today, do not mistake the delay for denial. What looked like a closed door was a setup for something greater. What seemed like a loss was actually a divine repositioning. God is about to change everything in your favor. And when he moves, nothing can stop him. God is never caught off guard. He is not surprised by your circumstances. He is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Before you ever faced this battle, he had already declared your victory. Before you even cried out for help, he had already written your deliverance. The enemy has been whispering in your ear, telling you that nothing is changing, that you will remain stuck in this season forever. But I came to expose the lie of the enemy today. Your season is shifting. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. What seemed impossible is about to become reality. God has a way of shifting things suddenly. One moment Joseph was in prison, the next he was in the palace. One moment Esther was an orphan, the next she was a queen. One moment David was a shepherd boy, the next he was anointed as king. When God's timing collides with your destiny, everything changes in an instant. You have been waiting, but now it is time for manifestation. The process may have been painful, but the promise is coming to pass. The tears you cried in secret are about to become testimonies of God's faithfulness. The years the enemy stole from you are about to be restored. You cannot afford to lose hope now. The shift is already in motion. Every challenge you faced was preparing you for what is coming. Every door that closed was leading you to the right one. Every delay was protecting you from something you could not see. The people who walked away, the opportunities that seemed to slip through your fingers, it was all part of a divine orchestration.
It turns out that you have to feel the emotion of the future before it happens, because the emotion is the energy that's going to drive your body to that end. And at the same time, if you're truly practicing feeling the emotion of your future, you won't be in lack. The moment you feel gratitude, your healing begins. Wow. The moment you're empowered and you're worthy, you're stepping or generating abundance. You're stepping towards your success. Now, the moment you're in love with yourself, in love with life, and you see beauty in all things, it's natural that you'll attract an equal. So this is when the synchronicities, this is when the opportunities, this is when the coincidences, all of a sudden you no longer have to go anywhere and do anything. Somehow there's an attraction, they're coming to you. They're coming even without having to do anything. It turns out that you have to feel the emotion of the future before it happens, because the emotion is the energy that's going to drive your body to that end. And at the same time, if you're truly practicing feeling the emotion of your future, you won't be in lack. The moment you feel gratitude, your healing begins. Wow. The moment you're empowered and you're worthy, you're stepping or generating abundance. You're stepping towards your success. Now, the moment you're in love with yourself, in love with life, and you see beauty in all things, it's natural that you'll attract an equal. So this is when the synchronicities, this is when the opportunities, this is when the coincidences, all of a sudden you no longer have to go anywhere and do anything. Somehow there's an attraction, they're coming to you. They're coming even without having to do anything.
The secret of manifestation is expressed in one simple statement by Jesus, and that encapsulates all the books that have been written on manifestation and will ever be written on manifestation. It's just one simple sentence. It says, when you pray for something, believe that it has been given, or that you already have it, and then you will receive it. So the important thing is, he doesn't say believe that you will receive it. He says believe that you have received it. So there, the secret is hiding in that statement. Believe that you have received it.
I am a lottery winner. I am a master of the winner mindset. I am a winner in all aspects of my life. I am living a life of luxury and abundance. I am deserving of all the riches and success that come my way. I am grateful for the financial freedom that allows me to live my life on my own terms. I am a winner, and I will continue to attract wealth and abundance into my life. I am always in the right place at the right time for winning opportunities. I am attracting large sums of money and winning opportunities. I am wealthy, successful, and victorious. I am a winner, and I will always be. I am a lottery winner. I am a master of the winner mindset. I am a winner in all aspects of my life. I am living a life of luxury and abundance. I am deserving of all the riches and success that come my way. I am grateful for the financial freedom that allows me to live my life on my own terms. I am a winner, and I will continue to attract wealth and abundance into my life. I am always in the right place at the right time for winning opportunities. I am attracting large sums of money and winning opportunities. I am wealthy, successful, and victorious. I am a winner, and I will always be.
I'm going to program you for manifesting prowess as you sleep tonight. So save this audio, play it nightly, and let your mind rewire for manifesting brilliance. So right now, hop into bed, and when you're ready, let's go. As you lie down, ready for sleep tonight, allow your mind, your body, your emotions to relax completely. Let the day fall away. Let your breath slow down, your eyes close, your mind open, because tonight something powerful is happening. You're not just resting. You are reprogramming. You are reshaping your inner world to match the outer world that you have imagined. And you already know this truth. When you advance confidently in the direction of your dreams, when you dare to live the life that you have imagined, you begin to meet with a success unexpected by common people. So, right now, take yourself there. Step into the version of you that's already living that life. See it with your mind. Feel it with your body. Sense it with your breath. And imagine waking up tomorrow in your ideal reality, where your goals are fulfilled, your dreams are alive, and everything has unfolded beautifully in your favor. Let yourself feel that now. You don't need the full picture. You don't need to know how. You simply need the feeling. The feeling of success, of certainty. The feeling of peace that comes from knowing it's already done. So, as you drift now deeper, deeper into that gentle, dreamy state between wake and sleep, repeat silently to yourself with full belief, I am moving confidently in the direction of my dreams. I am already the person I imagined myself to be. I trust the process. I trust myself. I trust life. Every step I take leads to unexpected success. Because you are no longer waiting or wanting. You are becoming. And as you become this new identity, the outer world begins to shift, bend, rearrange. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. And you are abundant. You're guided. You're magnetic. You're powerful. You are enough. And now, as your body relaxes, your breath softens, your mind quiets, sink into this truth. The unseen creates the seen. And the moment I imagine it, I begin to live it. So tonight, Sleep in faith, in confidence, in alignment as you rest. The universe is working. It's bringing your dream to you. And you are simply becoming the one who receives it. So, sleep deeply now and awaken tomorrow feeling renewed, aligned, and ready, because your imagined life is becoming your reality. So, your reality is changing right now. So, sleep well. Beautiful soul, knowing that your success is closer than you think. And you can drop into that sleep anytime, including right now. I'm going to program you for manifesting prowess as you sleep tonight. So save this audio, play it nightly, and let your mind rewire from manifesting brilliance. So right now, hop into bed. And when you're ready, let's go. As you lie down, ready for sleep tonight, allow your mind, your body, your emotions to relax completely. Let the day fall away. Let your breath slow down, your eyes close, your mind open. Because tonight, something powerful is happening. You're not just resting. You are reprogramming. You are reshaping your inner world to match the outer world that you have imagined. And you already know this truth.
I like it when I'm aware that things are always working out for me. The more I'm aware that things are always working out for me, the more things are working out for me. I don't need to focus upon the condition of things working out in order to know or expect things are working out for me. I'm beginning to trust in my own well-being. I'm beginning to trust in my own worthiness. I can feel that I am the object of the attention of source of non-physical energy. I can feel that there are a whole lot of non-physically focused beings who have my back. I can feel that things are working out for me. I can feel that I could let things work out for me even more as I let go of the things that are bothering me. I can help things work out for me in a more conscious way by being consciously aware that things are always working out for me. They don't seem like they're always working out for me, but deep down I know that they are always working out for me. And when something isn't working out for me, next I'm going to say things are always working out for me. I just got to relax and allow the path of least resistance to move it along. Things are always working out for me. Things are always working out for me. I like it when I'm aware that things are always working out for me. The more I'm aware that things are always working out for me, the more things are working out for me. I don't need to focus upon the condition of things working out in order to know or expect things are working out for me. I'm beginning to trust in my own well-being. I'm beginning to trust in my own worthiness. I can feel that I am the object of the attention of source of non-physical energy. I can feel that there are a whole lot of non-physically focused beings who have my back. I can feel that things are working out for me. I can feel that I could let things work out for me even more as I let go of the things that are bothering me. I can help things work out for me in a more conscious way by being consciously aware that things are always working out for me. They don't seem like they're always working out for me, but deep down I know that they are always working out for me. And when something isn't working out for me, next I'm going to say things are always working out for me. I just got to relax and allow the path of least resistance to move it along. Things are always working out for me. Things are always working out for me. You get to choose what you believe. You get to choose what you make true. You get to choose what you make true. You are already choosing what you make true. And so, because you create your own reality, and because you have an inner being who is so beneficial to you and so aware of who you are and so rooting for you to have the things that this life has shown you that you want, you have a tremendous advantage because you get to choose what you believe. In this moment in time and space, you are precisely where you have intended to be, and the source within you is pleased. Breathe in Breathe out. In this moment in time and space, you are precisely where you have intended to be, and the source within you is pleased. Breathe in. Breathe out. I don't know where it's going to come from or when it's going to get here, who's going to bring it or how it's going to come. But I do know what it is and why I want it, and I do believe that it is coming. And if that was the only philosophy you held, everything that you would ever want would come seamlessly and streamingly and relatively quickly. I don't know where it's going to come from or when it's going to get here, who's going to bring it or how it's going to come. But I do know what it is and why I want it, and I do believe that it is coming. And if that was the only philosophy you held, everything that you would ever want would come seamlessly and streamingly and relatively quickly. I don't know where. There are people who are earning all around this world so disproportionate to the action that they are offering that you could not possibly reconcile the wealth that's flowing to them. You just can't reconcile it. There are a majority of people that are accustomed to performing an action and receiving a financial response, performing an action and receiving a financial response. And when your income is tied to an action, the amount that you can receive proportionately is minuscule. And we would put the lottery even in that same sort of category. When you're trying to make it happen by performing an action, you are limited by the beliefs that you have about time and space. In other words, you will say, I only make this much per hour, and there's only this many hours in a day. And then you can work overtime, and you can work double time, and you can work extra time, and you can leverage your time in different ways. But until you leverage through alignment, you really are in the category with millions of other people where not very much is going to happen. Where if you say, okay, I'm willing to play the game differently. I'm willing to accept on faith, maybe a little, that Abraham's right and that all of the struggling that I've done has put a lot of money for me in vibrational escrow. And I'm willing to go on faith that this universe is abundance and that there is an open valve for me through which I can receive abundance. I'm willing to go along with that idea. And I'm willing to play it that way for just a little while, where instead of considering action in relationship to money, I instead consider emotion in relationship to money. How do I feel? There are people who are earning all around this world so disproportionate to the action that they are offering that you could not possibly reconcile the wealth that's flowing to them. You just can't reconcile it. There are a majority of people that are accustomed to performing an action and receiving a financial response, performing an action and receiving a financial response. And when your income is tied to an action, the amount that you can receive proportionately is minuscule. And we would put the lottery even in that same sort of category. When you're trying to make it happen by performing an action, you are limited by the beliefs that you have about time and space. In other words, you will say, I only make this much per hour, and there's only this many hours in a day. And then you can work overtime, and you can work double time, and you can work extra time, and you can leverage your time in different ways. But until you leverage through alignment, you really are in the category with millions of other people where not very much is going to happen. Where if you say, okay, I'm willing to play the game differently. I'm willing to accept on faith, maybe a little, that Abraham's right and that all of the struggling that I've done has put a lot of money for me in vibrational escrow. And I'm willing to go on faith that this universe is abundance and that there is an open valve for me through which I can receive abundance. I'm willing to
to go along with that idea. And I'm willing to play it that way for just a little while, where instead of considering action in relationship to money, I instead consider emotion in relationship to money. How do I feel? There are people who are earning. When you take the time, when you acknowledge that the vibrational reality exists, and you take the time to tune yourself to it, it's like setting yourself up with a search engine that has searching and finding capabilities, the likes of which you have never even come close to in your human technology through the internet. In other words, this vortex of creation that law of attraction has assembled, all of these cooperative components, big stuff is going on there. It's a reality that exists. If you just take the time to simply find something to bask about, something to appreciate about. Appreciation is the fastest key into the vortex that we know. Meditation is another. Then you can just set aside layers and layers and layers and layers of struggle and sifting and sorting and just get into the vortex. You already did the sifting. It's like you've already done all of the legwork. You've already done all of the data collection. You've already put all of the components for your masterful search in this vortex of creation. And now the one last thing that you need to do in order to have a full-blown manifestation of all the best things that life has caused you to ask for is you've just got to get into the vortex. You don't have to search through the archives. You don't have to do anything other than get happy right now. It's all for the feeling of expansion. And so everything that happens, no matter how it feels when it's happening, every piece of contrast causes an expansion of you into a new place that when you come into alignment with it, you're going to soar in a way you've never soared before. But so many times you say, oh, but in the pain of the contrast, it's not worth it. And we say, yes, it is every single time. Every time something causes you to feel that discord that you call injustice, or you call someone not doing their job, or you call unfairness, or you call even myself not being where I want to be. Every time you feel the discord of something not going the way you think you want it to go, know that there's power in it that has shot a rocket out. And the reason that it is significant is because when you shoot out a rocket, you have the opportunity to get in sync for the joy of a joyous ride. It's not about what anybody else thinks. It's just for the joy of your own ride. Period. Every single time.
If you knew who walked beside you at all times on this path that you have chosen, you could never experience fear or doubt again. If you had this knowing that there was a source, that there was something that was available to you that is responsible for all of it. And the more you're in harmony with this field of intention, the more you are able to do all that this field of intention is able to do. You are able to create miracles. You are able to heal yourself. You are able to attract into your life the abundance that has been missing. You are able to find the right people and have them show up exactly on time. Because that's how the universal source from which all things and all people originated, that's how it works. If you
don't make hard work of it, don't make a chore of this. It's a game. It's a game of alignment. What do? I play the game of alignment. What does that mean? Well, I'm a creator, and I use all of the universal forces to my advantage. What does that mean? Well, there's this stream that is flowing directly toward everything I want. And when I get into that current and I stop paddling against it, it takes me where I want to go. How do you get in? Well, sometimes you tiptoe in and it's moving so fast it just takes you. Sometimes you get in and it's moving so slow you wonder if it's going to go at all. But you just have to trust that things are working out for you. This is what you're telling to others who are watching this successful being that you are. Just have to trust. I stopped nitpicking over things that don't matter. I stopped beating up on myself unnecessarily. I stopped making work of things that aren't work. I started utilizing the leverage of the energy that creates worlds to my advantage. I started listening more for my inner voice. I started being aware of more of how I feel and caring about it. I started recognizing when I don't feel good that if I try a little bit, I can release the thought that is at the root of my not feeling good. How do you do that? Well, I usually just quiet my mind and don't think about it at all. How do you do that?
Well, I have a meditation process. What's that like? Well, I just focus on things that are really general, like the dripping of a faucet or the sound in the air conditioner, or I watch something that's mesmerizing. How do you do that? Well, sometimes it's more difficult than others, but I have a strong motive for doing it. What's your motive for doing it? Well, I want to feel better. Well, what's the point of feeling better? Well, it's everything. Feeling better is everything. When I feel better, I'm non-resistant. Well, so what? If you're non-resistant, what does that mean? Well, it means now I easily go with the stream in the direction of everything that I want. Well, how do you know the stream is going to take you where you want to go? Because I've been there many times. I know that when I chill and allow that well-being is mine, things are always working out for me. Well, how can things always be working out for you? They are. Things are always working out for all of us if we allow it. How do you know whether you're allowing it or not? By the way you feel. What do you do? How do you know you're not allowing it? Don't feel good. What do you do when you're not allowing it? Meditate. Why do you meditate? Well, it's this chore that I do. No, you don't feel like saying that now. I meditate because it's the path of least resistance to what I want. It's proven itself to me over and over and over again. I can control the way I feel because I can control the direction of my mind. And since I can control the direction of my thoughts, then I can control my vibrational point of attraction. And since I can control my vibrational point of attraction, then I can control everything that comes to me. It's really worth chilling. It's really worth getting a handle on this. I know these things to be true. I am the creator of my own reality. And I offer a vibration that everything responds to. And I can tell what vibration I'm offering by the things that are coming to me and by the way I feel. And sometimes I wait till they get there before I figure it out, and sometimes I feel them coming. But in any case, I'm always aware of whether I'm on my path or off my path. On what path? Off of what path? What path? What path? The path of my unfolding, the path of my becoming, the path of my eternal evolution, the path of my eternal beingness, the path of my goodness, the path of my wholeness, the path where the source and I join together in concert for the joy of this moment in time that we are perceiving. Well, what's that moment in time like? Well, sometimes it feels outrageously good. And that means to me that my point of view and the point of view of my source are identical. I can feel when I'm in sync with the source within me. How do you know that? By the way I feel, by the love I feel, by the passion I feel, by the appreciation I feel. Well, how'd you find that? I meditated. I meditated my way into it. I quieted my mind enough that I no longer did that thing I did that muted it or blocked it. I tuned myself to the frequency of my highest good. And now my highest good rendezvous with me everywhere I go. Don't make hard work of it. Don't make a chore of this. It's a game. It's a game of alignment. What do? I play the game of alignment. What does that mean?
Every night for the rest of your life, I want you to take the last 5 minutes before you go off to sleep and realize that you are about to program your subconscious mind. All right? Your subconscious mind is most at home when you are unconscious, when you are asleep. If you spend the last 5 minutes of your day, which so many people do, reviewing all of the things that you don't like, and all the things that didn't work out, and how terrible you feel, and who abused you, and who was mean to you, and who said this, and they did this, and you're constantly doing this kind of thing with your mind, then you are programming your subconscious mind that when you awaken, because you're now about to marinate for the next 8 hours in your subconscious mind. If you just close your eyes and just listen to this meditation. It's from the book 3 Magic Words. Here's what I'd like you to say to yourself at night. I know that I am pure spirit, that I always have been, and that I always will be. There is inside me a place of confidence and quietness and security where all things are known and understood. This is the universal mind, God, of which I am a part, and which responds to me as I ask of it. This universal mind knows the answer to all of my problems, and even now, the answers are speeding their way to me. I needn't struggle for them. I needn't worry or strive for them. When the time comes, the answers will be there. I give my problems to the great mind of God. I let go of them, confident that the correct answers will return to me when they are needed. Through the great law of attraction, everything in life that I need for my work and fulfillment will come to me. It is not necessary that I strain about this, only believe. For in the strength of my belief, my faith will make it so. I see the hand of divine intelligence all about me, in the flower, the tree, the brook, the meadow. I know that the intelligence that created all these things is in me and around me, and that I can call upon it for my slightest need. I know that my body is a manifestation of pure spirit, and that spirit is perfect. Therefore, my body is perfect also. I enjoy life, for each day brings a constant demonstration of the power and wonder of the universe and myself. I am confident, I am serene, I am sure. No matter what obstacle or undesirable circumstance crosses my path, I refuse to accept it, for it is nothing but illusion. There can be no obstacle or undesirable circumstance to the mind of God, which is in me, around me, and serves me now.
But you have to have wondered, how do those ideas, how do those desires, how do those hopes and dreams, how do those vibrational realities, how do they get into your real life experience? How do you turn those thoughts to things? How do they become relationships and experiences? How do I get the money in the bank, Abraham? In the bank. I want to get it out of the vortex and into the bank, okay? How do I do that? And the way you do it is through the natural laws of the universe. The way you do it is by not keeping it out of the bank. That's the thing that we want you to understand. You just got to let the door open. You just keep it out. You stop keeping it out of the bank. Now, how's that? Don't do that anymore. That's not what we're saying. We're going to talk about what you are wanting to do. We don't want you to think about money, because money is further down the road. Money is the manifestation part. Money is realized by you later on in the scenario. What we want you to think about is the vibrational currency that you all have access to. We want you to spend vibrational currency, not money. Now, stay with us, because it feels tricky. It is a trick, but it will serve you really, really well. There is this vibrational currency, a vibrational currency that you're already tapped into. And getting the vibrational currency is so much easier than getting the money, because you have the doors closed to getting the money in some regards. But you can more easily open the doors to the vibrational currency. Now, just stay with us just a little bit. So instead of thinking about money, we want you to find the emotional, vibrational equivalent to money. Like the feeling of freedom. Think about confusion and clarity. Confusion not wanted, clarity wanted. Can you feel how it's just a mindset to find the difference? That you can find clarity over confusion just by focusing your mind? Can you feel how money feels harder to accomplish than clarity? Because clarity is a mindset, but money needs a job. Money needs a job, money needs a means, money needs a way to get it to yourself. Stay with us. So, what we're wanting you to begin feeling from us is that in the same way that you can move in a very short period of time from confusion to clarity, or from a bad mood to a good mood, you can. You do it with your kids all the time. You can talk somebody into a good mood. You can talk yourself into a good mood, especially if you start earlier in the day. So, if you're following us a little bit here, we're talking about vibrational currency. Clarity is vibrational currency. So now let's relate that to dollars. How can you find an emotional word, which is to say, how can we find a vibrational currency word about money? It feels free. It feels secure. It feels easy. It feels nice. Now, as you find those feelings, you have accomplished a wobble-free moment while you're focused upon the subject of abundance or currency. And in that absence of wobble-free, if you sustain this, and we want you to do it over the next few days, when you think about money, don't think about where it's coming from. Think about the vibrational currency that you have access to right this minute. We want you to begin thinking about the emotion that you can accomplish right here and now. Because the emotion is the first manifestation. The money will be a later manifestation, but if you don't get the first manifestation, you're not going to get the later manifestation. Are you with us? All right. Are you with us? Did you? It's so good. We have not had this conversation in this way before. But this is the way you turn thoughts to things. This is the way the vibration becomes a reality. You have to let it be an emotional reality first, and you have to practice it as the emotional reality long enough that you're stable in it. Because when you're stable in it long enough, now momentum is going to ensue, and things are going to show up for you. And you're going to say, how could I have been missing that? It was there all along. You have to focus on the emotional accomplishment that you can accomplish, not the manifestational part that is a little slower in coming. And it is our promise to you. It is our absolute promise to you. It is our absolute promise to you that if you find this emotion of well-being, because it's present in so many other ways. Look at you. Look at how you are. Feel your hardiness. Feel your clarity. Feel the stamina that you have. In other words, there is so much evidence of physical well-being. If you will ignore the piece that's out of whack and amplify the things that make you emotionally feel strong. You don't have to feel emotionally strong for very long for the money to start flowing. And you don't have to feel emotionally strong for very long before the well-being is dominant within your experience either. That's how you turn thoughts to things. Mold them in your emotional center by caring about how you feel. And you find yourself unwilling to think scary thoughts and unwilling to think thoughts that don't feel good about anything. You say, that's the path. And it's an easy path. It's as easy as changing confusion to clarity. It's exactly the same process. It's that easy. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I want you to hear this above anything that you ever hear, ever again from us or anyone else. This is what we want you to hear. The universe always hears what you mean, not what you're saying. So, when you get something from a situation or from a person that you don't like, and you have a reaction to it, usually a negative reaction if you don't like it, if you could say to yourself, there's only attraction, there's only attraction, there's only attraction, there's only attraction. There is no assertion. So nobody else asserted that. Not God, not that person. Nobody has asserted anything. It's only attraction. I attracted this. Well, sometimes that's a really sucky thing to hear from yourself about yourself because you don't want it. And why would you attract something that you don't want? But start there. It matters that you start there. There's only attraction, only attraction, only attraction, only attraction. There's no assertion. Only attraction, only attraction, only attraction. Esther had an experience with someone that she has a big reason to care about, where her steady words for a long period of time were as if they didn't exist at all. And Esther had to realize, oh my God, I've got a vibration going that is different from my words, and that's why I'm getting this. And the contradiction that was going on in Esther's mind is, no, that's not what I believe because that's not what I say. Doesn't matter what you say. What you say is rarely in harmony with what you believe. The universe does not respond to what you say. The universe responds to your vibration, and your vibration is what's real, you see. Your vibration is your realness. And so don't ask the universe to respond to you differently than what you are offering vibrationally, which means you got to own it. You got to own it. And sometimes it's a little shocking when you say, I'm saying I love you, but I really resent you. I'm saying I'm proud of you, but I really think you could be doing so much better. I say I want to be with you forever, but really, I don't care if I ever see you again right now because I am so mad at you. So you've got yourself all confused because what you're offering vibrationally and therefore what the universe is delivering to you don't jive, and then you want to blame it on all of them and read all the books about all the behaviors and all of the patterns and all of the studies and all of the stuff that just keeps you in a constant state of upheaval when all it ever really comes down to is you're not owning how you feel. Sometimes what you feel is the right thing. Sometimes that is an asshole. And so for you to try to make yourself the wrong one because you want to be spiritual. So you want to own how you feel. Now, here's where it gets clear. Your inner being does not feel that way about them. You do. You don't want to feel that way about them, but you do. You got some aligning to do with your inner being that doesn't have anything to do with them. The bottom line is you're a lover. And just because they're not lovable doesn't mean that you are not a lover. So you don't do this to control the behavior of others. You do it to come in alignment with who you are. You gotta love. You gotta love. You gotta love you. You gotta love the others. You gotta trust. You gotta trust you. You gotta trust the universal forces. Is this a little bit helpful? Can you sort of get where we're going with this? Let's just recap because, again, we're over the segment. You are offering a vibration that often you don't want to own or admit because it doesn't fit in with the patterns that you've decided are the appropriate behavior for whatever. And so it's a constant awareness and alignment process of figuring out what your inner being is thinking right now, right here about this. Because your inner being is always right on. Your inner being walked every step with you. Your inner being experienced every beating you experienced. Your inner being knows all the people you ever knew. Your inner being knows all those ups and downs that you lived. Your inner being knows what you launched, the rockets of desires, every single one of them. And your inner being rode the rocket every single time and took the evolution that your life produced for you. Your inner being just got there first. So your inner being stands in this attitude of enormous appreciation of the life that you've lived and the expansion that you've caused, and holds that vibration so steady that you can't miss it. And when you use words to deceive yourself of what you're really feeling, you can't get back on track. Did you hear what we just said? If you're pretending through your words and action that you mean something different than you really do, then you're not ever going to sort it out. There's two ways to know what your vibrational offering is. One is what's coming back to you, and the other is how you feel. So once you own that, and when you don't feel good, you know that there's only one thing to do. We want you to hear this so much. When you don't feel good, what does that mean most to you in the whole world? What does you not feeling good mean mostly? It means right now your inner being feels really good. Because when you don't feel good, that's evidence of the existence of your inner being who feels different than you feel because you've got yourself deprived of that. Did you hear it? I want you to hear this above anything that you ever hear, ever again from us or anyone else. This is what we want you to hear. The universe always hears what you mean, not sometimes it seems that you get the old 1, 2, 3 punch where something doesn't go right and then something else doesn't go right and then something really goes wrong. And it feels hard for you to get hold of something that will really work for you. But it is not a difficult thing because the entire universe is on your side and rooting for you to get what you want. You just have to relax and stop throwing the hissy fit that you're not getting what you want right this minute. In other words, that's the thing that's going wrong with so many of you. You so want what you want, and you innately know that you should get it, and when you're not getting it, there's this feeling of injustice that is so pervasive that it makes you just sort of freak out, and you just gotta freak out less frequently, and not be so hard on yourself when you do it, and then remind yourself, everyone is on my side. In other words, the entire universe is backing you up, wrapping you with a blanket of well-being, always, always there to deliver to you, not just generally what you want, but specifically what you want on every subject. You get to carve it out. You get to look through the catalogs of life. You get to sift and sort and throw into your vortex. And then, friends, you get to vibrationally tune yourself to the frequency of who you are, and you get to experience those two powerful representations of the frequency that you have accomplished. The manifestation and the wonderful feeling of expansion as it is unfolding. We want you to focus with us on the unseen fairies of the universe who are working with commitment in constant harmony with you and your requests. And you know why we are all about that? Because we want to. Not one of us has been assigned to you. Not one of us needs to do it. We are with you in your hopes and dreams and daydreams and night dreams and wishes. We are with you in all of that because it feels so good for us to ride on the wings of what you are about, you see. This is co-creation at its best. There is so much love here for you. We are eager about what is next. We are satisfied with what is. And we have transmitted our strongest wish for you. And that is that you know you as we know you. And for now, we are complete. We just think that it would be so wonderful if you would move in the direction of what you want more often. Well, we've actually broken it down for you that this creative process is sort of a step-by-step process. Step one is life causes you to ask. Call that step one. Can't help it. You're going to ask all day long. Step two is source holds the vibrational frequency of what you've asked for. When you ask, you launch a rocket. Your inner being is all over that rocket, holding consistently to what you've asked for. And now you've got a set point that you can reach for. When you ask, it is given. Step three is you got to get in the receptive mode of what you've asked for in order for you to receive the inspiration, in order for you to witness it into physical being. That's what's so beautiful about this leading edge reality in which you live. Thoughts turn to things. This is the leading edge. You get to witness. It's not just an idea. It's an idea in a state of becoming. And when you're tuned into who you are, you get to witness it becoming. You get to feel the thrill of the idea being born within you. And you get to feel yourself on point with it or not. You get to feel whether you're honed into it, just like turning your dial to tune into any signal in your vibrational world. And you get to feel when you've clicked into place, and then you get to witness the results of being clicked into place. We just think that it would be so wonderful if you would move in the direction of what... I like the idea that money is as available as the air I breathe. I like the idea of breathing in and breathing out more money. It's fun to imagine a lot of money flowing to me. I can see how my feeling about money affects the money that comes to me. I'm happy to understand that with practice, I can control my attitude about money or about anything. I notice that the more I tell my story of abundance, the better I feel. I like knowing that I'm the creator of my own reality and that the money that flows into my experience is directly related to my thoughts. I like knowing that I can adjust the amount of money that I receive by adjusting my thoughts. Now that I understand the formula for creating, now that I understand that I do get the essence of what I think about, and most important, now that I understand that I can tell by the way I'm feeling whether I'm focused upon money or lack of money, I feel confident that in time, I will align my thoughts with abundance, and money will flow powerfully into my experience. I like the idea that